This is Tuesday, the 27th of August 2024. I'm going to make a film now. I hope I got the date right. I'm just going to check my phone. I think it's the 27th. Yeah, I was just checking my phone to make sure it's the right date. It's the right date, it's 27th. Now, sometimes I get mixed up with the dates. Now, I'm going to make a film. I'm going to do some cleaning today. It's kind of a touch of a mess. And last time I did the cleaning, I did 3-part home video, but I've already put the home videos on YouTube, but at that date on YouTube, but I can only do the part 1 because part 2 and part 3 were a bit of a shambles. The part 2 was the bedroom. I was cleaning out the room, sorting out the laundry and tidying up my room, sorting out the stuff, and I was packing for our trip to car craft trip. I was doing that cleaning, sorting out our laundry, packing the bags, and I was hoovering. So I spent a few hours. The thing is, I was a bit silly, I wasn't thinking, using my head. So I forgot to clear up some space of the memory box. So the memory ran out. So I didn't get the hoovering part on film. I did hoovering. I hoovered the room, and before they came to the stage of me doing the hoovering and moved the memory ran out. So the footage of the hoovering was cut off. So I only got the stage of me. I only got me just sorting out the laundry. I didn't get to the hoovering part on the film, so that was a bit of a shambles. So I didn't get the whole film that I wanted on part 2 of the bedroom. I only got part of it. I didn't get the hoovering part of the film because the memory ran out, because I didn't clear the space. I forgot to clear the space of the memory card. So if I had cleared the space, I would have had room to get all the film that I wanted. It wasn't me hoovering the room and all that kind of stuff. And part 3 was me cleaning the car, Liam's car, sorting it out and washing it out, cleaning it out, getting rid of the smell. But there was a bit of a smell in the car because Shelby, his nephew, had an accident. So we had to clean out. They had to disinfect it and hoover it, and clean it and scrub it, and so that didn't come out so good either because Liam had the camera angled in the wrong position, so I couldn't get a shot of me in the film. I couldn't see me in the film, and I was blocked with the car door, so that was no good. So I couldn't get that on film. So the only film that was really worth putting on YouTube was me cleaning the kitchen. The part 1 was me cleaning the kitchen, so that was the only one that was really worth filming or worth uploading on YouTube. That was the day before we went away on our holiday, which was the 11th of August. 11th is Sunday. So that was the only one that was really worth putting on YouTube because it was the only video that the only film that I could fit space. It's the only one that I was able to fit space to get the whole film of. I haven't had enough space just to get the kitchen part. I didn't have enough space to get the bedroom and the car. And so I had enough space for the car because I cleaned space after I cleaned the space after the filling of the room to get the car. I cleared the stud, the videos of the stud to get the car. But it was a bit of a disaster, so I didn't get them on. I didn't put them up on YouTube. I really just did the kitchen. The kitchen was only one that was really worth putting up. And and then I uploaded a car craft. I have everything all up to date. Everything's all up to date, including a tribute to Black Caviar. He sadly passed away. I was hoping to get it up to date so you can all see the tribute I did for Black Caviar. He sadly passed away. It was the actual day that we came home from our holiday. The actual day we came home that she passed away, the 17th. She died that morning, I think, of the day we came home. The day before her 18th birthday. So the actual day we came home, she passed away. So I got the news and the racing news, and I looked up. The first thing I did when I came home was I looked up the news, because we couldn't get the internet, you see, on the boat. So first thing I did, I looked up the news, and there was R.I.P. Black Caviar. So it wasn't a nice thing to read the first thing you come home from a holiday. So it was a bit of a shock for me to see that now, because I was very fond of Black Caviar. It was one day before her 18th birthday, so she passed away just after giving birth to her final foal from Snitzel, and she had to be euthanized. She had a milk infection in her hoof, and then it spread into pneumonitis. And 2 days later, her final foal from Snitzel also passed away. He had all around the clock veterinary care. Did all they could to save him. They could do everything they could to save him, but they couldn't save him. So yeah, just 2 days after Black Caviar herself passed away, her foal passed away. So it wasn't a nice thing to read and come home from a holiday, but yeah, there you go. 17 years of age. Yeah, she won all 25 of her races and 15 group 1s. God, it's heartbreaking. Yeah. So it's not a nice thing to read. Great champion mare. It wasn't nothing. I wasn't expecting to read that. It's that thing you would expect to read. Something like that. Black Caviar, biggest racer, biggest name in racing, it's the last thing I would expect to read. Champion mare, big racer, and to read that, wasn't very nice to read, to see that first thing and come home from a holiday. Black Caviar, she was the last name I would expect it to see that passed away, she's just so young, so apparently she's overbred. It was overbreeding, and it was one of the main causes of, and yeah, so there you go. But yeah, talking about mares and horses and stuff, and I'm looking back at my time at the Irish National Stud, going back in 7 years ago. Oh God, 7 years ago, those were the days. Yeah, looking back at all my image, my look, what I used to look like, and oh God, my hair was awful. Yeah, I had awful auburn red hair, with ponytails, and my face was literally puffed up. My whole face was so puffed. I was really puffy and fat and everything else. I was on these awful tablets before, and these Lexapro antidepressant tablets. I was on these tablets now. I was suffering from depression. I was getting panic attacks, and you name it, all this. I was going through a bit of anxiety, suffered with anxiety in the past, and these Lexapro, my doctor prescribed these tablets for me, Lexapro, and one of the side effects was weight gain. Weight gain was one of the side effects, and my face was really puffing up. I gained all the pounds, and I looked terrible. I was really fat and everything else. And they weren't doing me any good, and they weren't helping me at all. And so I went to my doctors and said, could I get off these tablets? It's not doing me any good, and they're putting me over, they gain on weight and everything else. So the doctor took me off these tablets, and they put me onto something else, and it still didn't help. So tablets weren't doing me any good. I was getting all these panic attacks, because I go through a bit of trouble with my parents, my mother, and stuff. So I won't go into it, but we can guess what I mean. But since I went off the tablets, it took time for the weight to shred, but it went down eventually, and when my face went down, then it was a lot better. I had a big improvement when my face went down. But my face was really puffy at the start. I looked really fat, and the cheeks were sticking out, and I looked like a real fat. Oh, I looked horrible. But then the tablets, I went off the tablets, and my face went down, and I lost the weight, and I looked a lot better. But my hair was awful. It was all red and auburn. The reason why I got it red is because Rihanna, she had that song out, all the girls in the world. Oh God, all the girls in the world. She had that song, All the Girl in the World. She had a afro hairstyle with an auburn red, afro red colour, and I took a liking to the colour, and that's why I got the colour red. And this was the very first colour I had when I first came to 2017. Was the colour auburn, because it was because it was the colour I liked because of the because I took it after Rihanna. And it kind of gradually, my hair gradually changed colours over the years, and I went dark and a touch of grey through it, and then I went kind of blonde. It was kind of bleaching through this because of the sun. My hair started to bleach blonde, getting blonde highlights due to the sun, being out in the open air so long. My hair was starting to bleach, and then it's coming here toward the end of 2017, early 2018, right up to 2018. My hair was getting more blonder and blonder and blonder and blonder. So I said, okay, well, that's it. I'm going back up the side. I decided to go and change my hair to a different colour. I decided to go blonde. Eventually go blonde. But anyway, never mind the colour by my hair. I was meeting all these lovely horses. Some of them are gone. Some of them are gone, and some of them are still there. Some of them are still there. Some of them have already gone. Some of them have already left. But some of them are still there, thankfully, thank God. But all the mistakes I made, and I had a lot of learning to do. It's a bit of like a learning curve. I was still a lot of learning curve. I had a lot of learning to do when it came to the breeding process and how it worked, how things worked, and everything. It took a while for me to get into the and how to look at how the labels, looking into the labels, look at all the names and all that kind of stuff, and how to understand what all these names meant, and all this, filly, cut, and all this, what all that meant, and all the names, of the different names on each side, and all that, the kin man, and all the name of the mare. Didn't understand what that meant either. So I had a lot of learning to do, had to figure out what the gender of the foal was. It was a boy or girl, and all that kind of stuff. It was a lot of learning to do. So I was kind of looking underneath to see what it was, other than looking at the tag. See, because I didn't realise it had on the tag whether it was a boy or girl. See, I didn't know it earlier in the stage, earlier at the beginning. I didn't know. It was on the tag whether there was a boy or girl. See, I was looking underneath. I didn't know that earlier at the very beginning. It was only later on that I discovered that later on it had it on the tag there was a boy or girl. But then it's getting on to understand the tag, so the names and all that kind of stuff. And then as the months went on, I gradually learned how it worked, and I got better and better, and I got used to it all. So it's kind of like a learning curve, kind of like an education, like a horse college, into horse breeding kind of thing. And so it's kind of slow process, but I got there in the end how to learn how things worked. But I got there in the end how things worked and all that kind of stuff. And so getting used to how the names, what these names are. There's two names, like which is the father, which is the mother's name, and all that kind of stuff. It's very complicated, but I got there in the end eventually. So and all the mares, some of them have gone. Some Powder Mill is gone. I only knew her for a year, and then the Sunset Avenue, I only knew her for a year. She's gone. San Zoom, another one, she's gone. And there's a few other ones were there. Kabari, another one, Kabari, she's gone. Growling, I love Growling, she's gone as well. And Lex Lawler, God, I love Lex Lawler. God, she's so funny. She had a real personality. She always played hard to get. She's she's gorgeous mare. She's very hard to really socialise and stuff like that. Nitya, thankfully, still there. and it's still there. And Lex Lawler, I met from the very start as well. Lex Lawler, she's still there. Not Lex Lawler, Vanessa Voss, sorry, beg your pardon. Vanessa Voss is still there, thank God. At Vanilliquince, I only discovered, I only watched it yesterday, I only discovered that I got introduced to her on the 30th of July up in the Blackford Yard, Blackcherry Yard. I only discovered yesterday, so I only watched the video yesterday of my first meeting with Vanilliquince when I was calling her the wrong name. Vanilliquince, I was calling the wrong name. And the very first video, it wasn't actually a very good video. The filming wasn't so great. God knows how long. God knows what way Liam was holding the camera. It looked like we were flying in the air. And she's going up she's going into the sky, and she's flying all over the place. And she's going her head, she's going up into the sky. She's flying all over the place. Her head's going flying all over the place. I don't know what way. I have no idea what way Liam was holding the camera. But that was my first meeting with her. Was up in the Blackford Yard. And Vanilliquince, I was calling her the wrong name at the time. We're calling her Vanilliquince. That was my first meeting. It was the 30th of July. Vanilliquince, and I only discovered how to pronounce her name. It's only later, a few months later, that I discovered how to pronounce her name. I had to ask Laura. I had to say her name. She said, just stick at the ice cream. Vanilliquince. Yeah, so Vanilliquince. So she only left there only recently. I think it was last year. I think it was last year. I think it was last year. I think last year was my last year I had it there. And I think it was last year, she only left recently. And Starbright only left, I think. Another one, Starbright, but I didn't see her yet on my videos. I haven't got up to her stage yet. But Starbright was another mare that was there at the start. She only left recently as well, but I haven't got up to her. I haven't seen her yet on the video. I'm only at the early stages. I'm only to the end of July on the videos now, 2017. And also, sorry, not July, I'm into August now. I'm going past July. I'm into August now. I'm into 16th of August now. After our extended break, after my upset, after your man gave out to me for calling out the horses. Yeah, after calling out the horses. Yeah. So I took a extended break. I'm going into the 16th of August. But the 30th of July was my first meeting with Vanilliquince. And I'm going to the 16th of August now. That's the day, my first day back after my extended break after my man upsetting me for calling out the horses. Because on the 13th of July we're going into the stallions, and it was a very solemn introduction. Yeah, so very solemn introduction. I remember my solemn face, and I got introduced into stallions, and that was horrible. It was really horrible. That was my very first time with Big Johnny. It was the first time. That was the very first thing he upset me about, was the calling out the horses. That's the first thing he upset me about, was the calling out the horses. So, and then my extended break, 16th of August now. So 30th of July, when I first upset the calling out the horses, and I was going at the stallions, and I had a very solemn face. I'm into the 16th of August now. That's the right state I'm at now. So the last video I was looking at was at Catch Me Katie's foal. And foal was by I think it was by again. Well, I couldn't remember the name, but I think it was a funny name. I don't think I heard it, but I can't remember the name now. But he was jet black. And I was saying, what are you doing in the nursery? He said, you're too big for the nurseries, aren't you? Too big. I didn't understand why the foals were doing in the nurseries, you see. That's how I didn't understand what the foals were in the nurseries, you see. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand at the time. It didn't really matter what age they were. But it didn't make difference what age they were. But just what age they were. What age they were. But it didn't make difference what age they were. To be in the nurseries at any age. It didn't make the difference what age they were. Could be in nurseries at any age. It didn't matter what age they were. You could be in nurseries at any age. And he looked very big. He was a charcoal coat. He was very big. At the time I didn't think he was big enough to be in the nurseries. And it was Catch Me Katie. The first time seeing Catch Me Katie. He was a grey horse. So that's my first sighting with my first sighting of Catch Me Katie was the 16th of August, my first day back after the break. And then after that we went to the stallions, I think, the paddocks. And so Yeah, so that's the stage I'm at now. And then I'm still wearing the merchandise at this stage. He hasn't got to the stage of me stopping wearing the merchandise. I don't, see, it was 2018 is when I stopped wearing the merchandise. But yeah, it's weird watching it back. Oh God, it's really weird watching it back. All the learning, I had to learn it. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning involved. And then I'm starting now to give all the knowledge of my horses, and I'm starting going about the fees now. This is where it's fees, and 120,000. See, this is how it's all starting, you see, because it's giving us so much information. That's how it all started, with too much information, and that's how it started about the merchandise, getting all the merchandise. Stop me wearing the merchandise, I was giving too much information, and they're all taking us member staff. That's how it started, and that's why they had to stop wearing the merchandise, because they thought everyone thought I was a member staff. So I can see their point, I suppose. I can see their point. I can see where they're coming from. But I am a tourist. I am a tourist. And I didn't think it was fair, the fact that everyone else was wearing to wear it and I wasn't. And I am a paying tourist. I am a paying member of the Irish National Stud, and I paid good money to go into that stud. I'm a very valued customer of the stud. A very valued customer, a very popular customer, very well known, and a very genuine, and a very loyal to that stud. And it's merchandise. It should be free to buy it if I want to. I should be free to buy the merchandise if I want. After all, it is a shop. It is a shop for the tourists. It's up there for people to buy, and I should be able to be free to buy it if I want to. So after all, it is my money. I'm a tourist, it's like everyone else. I'm a member, so I should be able to buy it, to be able to be free to be bought if I want to. But he won't let me, because people are thinking I'm a member staff, because I know so much knowledge. But I haven't been given knowledge now to anybody at all now for months, maybe over a year, 2 years now. It'd be hardly been any knowledge now. So no one's even asking me, do you work here? No one's even said it to me now, do you work here? And I always say to the tourists, if I do, I may give an odd thing, but I don't give it as much as I used to. Back in the day. And we always say to the tourists, we don't work here. So we can't just let them know we don't work here. We always say to them, we don't work here, so just let them know. Give them advance, let them know in advance that we don't work here. But we don't work in the stuff. So anyway, but I just don't get it at all. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, I spend a fortune on that merchandise. Over 200 euro, maybe more. 200 euro. I had to give it all away to everybody. I had to give it away to Geraldine. I gave some to Anna. I gave some to God knows where else. But I had to give everything away. And Geraldine still has her merchandise, her baseball cap, and she still got one. Sometimes she wears it out, driving and stuff like that, for the sun, and so sometimes she wears it still, her baseball cap, and that I gave her. I gave Anna the polo shirt, and I gave her the woolly ball cap, the Irish National, and she wore it once, I think, to the stud, but I haven't seen her wear the pulley and the polo shirt. She wore the polo shirt here once to get a few photographs in the hall here, but I haven't seen her wear it outside. But I bought a t-shirt for Kathy, one of the new t-shirts for Kathy when she was last year, and she wore to the stud when she was last year. So that's really it. But if it comes to me, I'm not allowed to buy it or allowed to wear it. I can't wear it myself. Or at least I wore it outside of the stud, but I couldn't wear it inside the stud. So I think it's ridiculous. But anyway, I won't go into that because it's too upsetting. But anyway, as you can see, the kitchen's a bit of a mess. And Liam's still in bed. It's at 20 to 1. He wanted to come at 1 o'clock or so. Oh God, my teeth. It's getting cold. Bring my phone inside. Charge it in there. Now, charge my phone in here. Because I get messages. Now, I'll put some music on. I'm not too sure what to play. See, where's that? Aline's charging this thing. Okay, that's up. God, he's got me. Give me the pots to wash them on. There is the Backstreet Boys, Yellow, Sina Aguilera. Sure you can mind me. Now, dude, this kitchen's a bomb site. God. Yeah, let's see. We've just been told, we got a letter yesterday, we've just been told that Aunt Marion area are going to be cut off from our electricity from 9 o'clock to 6. So 9 o'clock in the morning to 6 p.m. on Thursday we won't have any electricity. So we'll be blackout for the whole day. So we won't have a shower, we'll have to maybe put the heating on overnight, we'll have hot water or something. And it'll be the best day to go to the stud, it'll be Thursday. So it could be when we come back, the electricity will be back and we'll have power when we get home. So it'll be the best day to go to the stud, because at least when we come home we'll have electricity back and everything else. We're not to worry about being blacked out. So we're not to worry about having no power. We won't be to worry about in blackout in the darkness, because we'll be out all day. So Liam reckons that'd be the best day to go to the stud, because we had stayed home that day, we would be in complete darkness all day. So we wouldn't have any electricity to do anything. We wouldn't be able to do. He wouldn't be able to use his computer. I wouldn't be able to watch the TV or do normal things like to use the kitchen. We wouldn't have the light on. That wouldn't be able to listen to the radio, or doing the cleaning in the kitchen, wouldn't be able to listen to the radio and all that kind of stuff. So the best day to go to the stud would be Thursday, because we wouldn't be in blackout mode. We wouldn't be in the dark, or you wouldn't have. We'd be completely bored, in other words. So by the time we get back home, at least the electricity will be back. Be back on running at 6 o'clock, and we usually get home around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Usually when it's done. So anyway, so 9 a.m. in the morning to 6. So usually get home around 6:30, 7 o'clock from the stud. So by the time we get home, the lights, everything will be back running, up and running, hopefully anyway. Because it's not always as what the letter says. It's not always the same. It's not always as time it says on the letter, but hopefully it will come back. But anyway, here's the master himself, up and rised in bed. Anyways, the master's up. Anyway, so that'll be the best day to go. So it'll be Thursday. But anyway, so I'm going to put the heating on overnight. I'll put it on for a little while before we go to bed on Wednesday, so we'll have hot water for the shower. I don't want to have a cold shower Thursday morning. God, it's not nice having a cold shower. But anyway, so that's our situation for Thursday. Nightmare. So hopefully you won't go through that yourselves. Or anyone's living around anywhere in Dublin, hopefully you won't have any issues or problems with your electricity. But if you do have electricity problems during the day, I would recommend you go out. That'd be the best thing to do, is go out during the day that the electricity's off, so at least you can come home, the electricity will be back. So whatever days that your electricity goes off, if you get a letter in the post, whatever date you get, whatever date that you get that the electricity goes off, I recommend you go out that day, and at least when you come home, the electricity's back. So whatever days that you get, if you ever get a letter and it says what days your electricity goes off, I recommend you go out that day. So when you come home, the electricity's back, and you won't have to worry about being, getting bored and having nothing to do, like no computer, no TV or whatever else. But anyway, anyways, to get your robe on, darling. How did you sleep, darling? Oh. Fix up that robe. Make sure it's straight. It's not straight. Fix it up. What do you look like? Well, have you any dreams, darling?
No.
What?
I guess you were in Florida.
What's the hurry? Have any dreams?
I had a dream of urinating in the window, and it was all over.
Excuse me, folks. I'm reaching my head. Hey. my wig stand, don't I? Will I ask her? Will I ring and ask her? Will I ring and ask her? Would your drill be ready now? Because I want to put my radio on.
Ready?
Your drill. Because I put my radio on now.
Yeah, sure.
Is your thing is charging in there?
Put it on.
Anything?
Yeah, for me.
Where's my fucking head stand with my wig stand?
There's a wild thing.
Oh, they said it'd be 2 days. They said 2 days, didn't they not? They said 2 days, Lee. What? They said it'd be 2 days, didn't they? What's that? What's that? What's it? Huh? What is it?
Basic.
Huh? This is my last package of Coke, Steve. Will you give me some more? Huh?
Yeah.
I was up late this morning. I took my tablet late this morning. 10 o'clock. This morning I overslept. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it late this morning, and I don't like taking it late. You know that? I took it about 10:05 this morning.
Yeah.
You know that?
Really, yeah.
Yeah. I hate taking it late. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a routine with my medication.
Yeah.
That bloody thing gets on my nerves. The beep, beep. Huh? What's that? Tea. telling the viewers all about my time at the stud from like 7 years ago, and my learning curves and all the things I had to learn. All my, it's like what can I call it? Equine education.
Yeah.
A breeding education. I'm learning all the breeding process. It's like an education, like a knowledge of the breeding process. You know, things I had to learn. I had to learn about the gender of the boy, whether the boy or girl, and you know, I was looking underneath, instead of looking at the tags. I didn't realise I had to look at as I could see whether there was a boy or girl under the tag. I was looking underneath, and I not realising that I could see the name, whether there was a boy or girl on the tags. And I was looking underneath to see it wasn't. I didn't realise at the time at the beginning that I was able to see whether it was a boy or girl on the tag. I had it on the tag, so it was a boy or girl, and I didn't know at the beginning that I had on the tag. And the names, the two names, like I couldn't understand what the two names were. Which one was which was the father, which was the mother, and this Kidman, and the two names, like which is the mother's name, which is the father's name. Kidman Philly. What's Kidman Philly mean? The Philly, didn't understand what the Philly meant. It was Kidman and there was a Philly. What's Kidman Philly mean? The Kidman was the father, the Philly was the sex. Gender, or this, yeah. And it's a Kidman, so that was what they call the Cadbury folk. Yeah, she had a folk by Kidman, the folk thing. It was a Philly. It's confusing. See, that's the start of it. See, it's only months later that I realised that the Philly was the girl and the cud was the boy. There's a lot of learning involved. So, see, there's a lot of learning involved. And my first upset when he appeared to be about cunning as the horses, and you know, yeah. So it was the 30th of July. It's the day he stopped giving out to me, and I was saying to him. I was watching the video of me introducing the stallions, and the face was very solemn. I was introducing the stallions, very solemn faces. I was told that giving skin out to the cunning as the horses. I was introducing the stallions with a very solemn face, you know. Get out to the horses. I had a very solemn face and introducing the stallions because of giving out to me. And then that was a long extended break. And the second date was the 16th of August. And when I look at that, the long break after my upset. We did the plane spotting to pass the time. We went up to Dublin Airport to fill the time to pass the time. Went plane spotting. Did you enjoy the plane spotting?
Yeah.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, mind the camera. Yeah, would you do it again?
Yeah.